Just got through with training my body, and now it's time to train my mind. Titus James, always motivating. What I have for you today is about your thinking. And as you know, I'm a thinking being, as are you. The point here is, what do you think when you think of now? Is your thought process always related to something in the past, or do you find it easy to focus on the here and now? Today, I'm walking around and I got to get a train ticket. Went to the train station and I'm standing in a queue, and a gentleman said to me, "Oh, it's terrible, these queues. I remember back in the 1980s, the queues were so bad. I remember I missed the train and I had to stop him. Hold on a minute. Are we still talking about the queue, or are we talking about a bad experience that you've had in the past?" And he kind of looked shook up for a moment, like, huh? Let me explain why I asked him that question. I could see the emotion in his body. I could feel the emotion in the vibrations from the tones of his words. He was talking about pain. Now the problem with that is that pain was in the past, but he was talking about it in the present, in the here and now. So he brought that past pain into the present. He was doing a double on himself. And by that I mean it was painful talking about the past. And that past pain, because the body doesn't know what the past, the present, the current, it just knows about now. So the body was going through that experience again. And I could feel the tension coming from him. And I really thought, I must stop this before he goes deeper into it. I've had clients in the past who, when I asked them, "So how did you feel today?" "Oh yeah, I went to a petrol station and the guy was wasting time with me instead of just letting me pay." And immediately I remembered years ago when I nearly lost it and I nearly got really angry because a guy said I'd given him a tenner when I'd given him 20. Again, that's the process of bringing back pain. Now, it's a wonderful thing if you're talking about an enjoyable time in your past and you're relating it to something that's happening today and you're trying to make yourself enjoy today, because that's what it'll do. It'll bring you back to those good feelings of the past and double it up with the good feelings of now. And that's where you get that excited feeling from, that buzz. However, if you do it with a bad thought, you're getting a double pain. And those double pains are not good for you. They can lead to sensitivity, they can lead to panic attacks, they can lead to depression, and need I go on? Actually, no, let's keep this positive. What is it that you can do? You need to remember you are a thinking being. So in your mind, there's always a thought. There's millions of them going on throughout your years. You need to be able to stop that thinking process and throw something in that benefits you. Don't become a person who constantly looks at the pain of the present and relates it to the pain of the past, and then produces double pain in your present. And then you wonder why things never go right for you. Because in your mind you're already saying they're not going to go right because they haven't gone right in the past, and I remember in the past when this happened and that happened and how painful it was. And then you start to recoil that tale with so much energy that you're bringing that pain together with your current pain at the way you're looking at the here and now. What can you do? You can think a nothing thought. A nothing thought can be anything that is not related to you personally or emotionally. So for example, you could look up the sky and say, "I wonder if there is life out there." Now you know your mind is going to look at that question and immediately start looking for answers. The first thing it will do is look at your experiences, look at what you've known, look at what you've seen, and it will keep looking for that. Immediately your mind is free of whatever was holding it before. Hence the nothing thought, a very powerful activity. You can do it with anything. As I say, you can look at the ground and say, "I wonder if the trees really can connect to each other. How deep do their roots really go?" Again, it's something that you are not immediately emotionally connected to. The thought that most people wake up with is, "I wonder if today will be better than yesterday." Now that thought is not a nothing thought because you're connected emotionally to it. It's going to make you think of what happened yesterday and sadly you might not drag out the good bits and focus on them alone. You'll focus on the bad. And so hence you're getting the double pain and it's building into your here and now. Protect your mind. As a thinking being, you must protect your mind. Now, when I say must, obviously you can choose not to. But if you choose to protect your mind, what you're doing is you're keeping yourself stable and steady, and you're allowing your mental agility and mental health to grow. And mental health is really mental wealth. Without it, you wouldn't even know whether your life was good or bad. You wouldn't even know whether things should change. You would not even know how you actually are. Now, it's a hard thing for you to face up to unless you look at it as simply as saying, if I need to train my body, I might go and pay a personal coach to help me along. If I need to train my mind, I'm going to go pay a life coach to help me along. And the same as you would do with a personal coach, you're going to look for somebody who you get along with, who you can appreciate, and who you think empathizes with you enough to help you along your journey to where you want to be. But remember, in both occasions, you've got a choice. And that choice is personal. That's why they say personal life coaching. That's why they say personal trainer. The whole idea of it is you make the choice. So whoever helps you, it's you that's saying, I want to get there. I need help to get there. So what should I do? And then it's you that has to apply it. The first thing you should apply with your thinking mind is listen to yourself. Be aware of where you are focused on. Allow those nothing thoughts to come in whenever you need them to help you stay away from the slippery slopes of pain, of lack, of sorrow. Allow yourself to appreciate that you shouldn't have to drag yourself up. You should stay up. Even when you fall down, you should be able to get up. Pat yourself on the shoulder and move along. It's your thinking mind. Whatever you think a lot about becomes what you believe. So if you're thinking now, Titus James is telling me something that's useful there, or Titus James is telling me something I already know. The whole idea of it is you're listening to it before you decide whether it can help you. I know it can help you, but that is not as powerful as you knowing it, thinking and believing it. So what have I told you today? Excuse me. I've told you that the whole idea of everything that you could think about is that you are thinking it. So you never have to keep thinking it, especially if it's giving you feelings you do not like. You can stop it. When you stop it, whether you stand on the sideline and say, I can't for a while, you can make the choice to change your thinking. It will take a lot of courage depending on what you currently think and believe. But it is a pathway you can put yourself on and you can achieve through it. A lot of whatever it is that you do is based on what you think you can do. The things you don't do, you fully don't believe you can do them. You use words like, I'll try that. If try was the same as do, we wouldn't have the word do. We'd all just say, I'm going to try it. And then where would the world be? Become a doer. Allow your thoughts to be things that you aim to do. And if it's something that you think, I wouldn't like to do that, stop thinking it. Don't just let your mind be filled with thoughts that don't make you feel good. Be aware of yourself, listen to yourself, and believe you me, I know that you will be fine. I know that you will advance. I know that your life will be great. But like I said before, what do you know? That's the important bit. While you're thinking, remember the nothing thought will always help you to give your mind a little bit of a rest from either too much stress or tension, or just a rest because a rest is good. And then you can move on again. Remember, believe in yourself and know your thinking mind is just waiting, yearning, and ready always to give you everything you ever want or need, everything you could ever dream of. I don't just mean material-wise, because to be honest with you, that comes next. That's outside of you. I mean within your own self. You deserve to enjoy your days. You deserve to be totally built with the fine, fine energy of life and not have a complaint attitude and a push away attitude to things that you believe you can't get rid of because they're just part of life. Remember, be careful of what you think and believe. Protect your thinking mind. Titus James, you know I'm always motivating.